Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. I didn't even realise I'd done that typo. Chicu. Welcome to Brainful Out. Welcome to Chimpy. Good afternoon to Dwight and anybody else that's out there. We're here for a match that was set, I think, last night or something. It's the one-loss side match between Chicu. Where's Chicu from again? I did say it was South America somewhere, didn't I? Where the hell's he went to? Is he in away mode? Yeah, he's from Chile, and Semipro from the UK, England. Certainly Chicu just arrived 5 minutes ago. Semipro is going to do an albinario by the looks of it, because I can't see him. So he's going to turn up at the last minute, I presume. As to whether Steve's going to turn up, I have no clue. I presume he knows this is on. But I've had a look in Discord, no sign of him. Usual thing, if he appears in the room, then I know he's in Discord, so I won't be tabbing backward and forward. Oh, that's good to hear then. It's good to hear. We always wonder where people go to when we haven't seen them for a while. Well, I mean, this whole tournament, there's been a whole lot of matches where the guy that gets behind isn't good enough to get into it and win it. But I don't think there's a match I've seen. I don't know whether any of you other guys know of any matches, but I've not seen a match where somebody's got in front and then the other guy has been strong enough to come back and actually steal it. We've not seen that, at least as I say, I haven't seen it. So the question is this Chicu going to be good enough? I mean, or is Semipro going to be good enough for that matter? It is all important who gets in front and builds up a score to ask the question of the other guy as to whether he's going to be good enough to hold himself together and, you know, retaliate. This might be the match where it could happen, and never doubt that can happen. Chicu is the unknown quantity here. Semipro, no doubt, will be the favourite, but again, he knows that if he starts taking liberties and running that cue ball, everything can backfire on him. Welcome to Bill. Were you behind against Hairpig? Not a great deal, were you though? In fact, I watched that match, I think. I just can't remember. But whatever happens, I just hope it's a good match and it's not all down to unforced errors. Well, that's not bad. Well, that's one match. I'm going to do one tab. Oh, there he is. Well, just in time, Steve. Good afternoon.
I am here.
Well, you'll be drowning your sorrows. The Americans are getting a doing.
Oh yeah, they're toast. I mean, it would be a true miracle for them to come back and win tomorrow. I don't think it can happen.
Well, when you think about it, they've usually always been strong, you know, in the singles. But you know, they're going to have to be strong. They're going to have to be strong tomorrow to haul themselves out of that hole.
Yeah, well, Europe needs 4 points, so and that's not going to be that hard to get.
Well, the good match,
not for the kind of players.
We've got a match on here anyway. Chicu showed up, so that's good. So we're not all gathered here for no reason at all. So we're well, Semi-Pro's arrived as well, so that's even better. Semi-Pro the favourite, Chicu the underdog. Chicu could cause a surprise, as anybody can, with all the players that are left in the tournament. But is it likely to happen? Well, as Steve will say, it probably depends on what Semi-Pro turns up. You know, if he starts getting on top of himself, then, you know, he can get annoyed and start doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, I don't think Chico can win this. I mean, even if the poor Semi-Pro is playing, I don't think Chico can win.
Well, here we go. We've got Semi-Pro nearest me. And we'll have the lag. Oh, that's way too heavy, I think, from Chicu.
I think if Semipro plays the way he's supposed to, Chico won't get more than 30 points.
Well, I think I'm expecting more than that from him.
Well, the way he's been playing, I mean, he's just not playing the right way. If he plays the right way, then Chico's not going to get more than 30 points.
Well, first of all, Chicu's got to come up with some sort of break. That ain't it.
Well, he caught too much of the corner ball.
Semi can get across onto this 10 ball here if he wants. He's got.
All that shows me is Chico doesn't know how to break, because you have to spin that. You know, it's a spinning shot.
Straight away, Semi-Pro's got the breakout shot.
This one you need to come back on.
Yeah, I think he might have been happy with a big bit more angle, I think.
Yeah, this is okay, but you got to come back.
You think Larry thinks he played the one? He never called it, did he? I never saw him calling that one ball.
Well, maybe that's what he was doing.
Maybe that's what we missed.
I'm just not used to that unwise move.
He did call it. Well, Larry's paying attention. We're the only two that weren't. But, well, it's a brave shot to go for right off the bat. I wonder if it's ever worked for him in any of his matches.
Well, I'm sure it probably has.
Yeah, it's never worked. Well, Semi-Pro's doing a bit of thinking here. These balls aren't sitting good. There's a lot of tidying up to be done here right off the bat.
You got to get down for the 3. Once you shoot the 3, you know, you get to those 4 balls in the bottom, and then you're going to have to deal with that cluster at some point. The 9 will do it. The 8 in the side pocket will do it. I mean, there's not really a lot of issues here. I don't know what he's trying to do here, but this looks like not a good idea. Yeah, I would have never done that. That's how you get locked up and don't have a shot. He does, but that was taking an unnecessary chance. I didn't particularly like that shot either.
He's getting away with it here, you know, because there's enough balls on the table.
I might have just done that 9 and let it slowly roll into the 4, because you know you're going to have a shot with the 3 ball.
Well, there's a break ball there. There's one there.
Yeah, I mean, the table's opened up enough now that he's in good shape. I mean, the 15 ball, does that go? No, that doesn't go. The 15 ball? Yeah, it does go. So he doesn't really have any problems.
I've got a message to pass on to you, Steve. I got a WhatsApp message from Semi-Pro. He doesn't like the room that the black ball is in. He says it's too dark. I went into the room and set up the table. No, I don't think it looks too dark. It's darker than hard times, but it's not as bad as
I don't know.
Loch Lomond.
He messaged me yesterday and said race to 4 was too short, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, race to 4.
Race to 4 and what?
And the black ball, and I'm like, well, what's he looking at? I don't know. So some interesting things today in the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I've never seen any of it. I was watching the snooker.
Lascelles was ahead of Gorst, and Gorst came back and beat him 11-6. But watch out for that Pagels kid. He's young and he's good. He made it all the way to the semifinals of the U.S. Open, and I don't know how old he is, but he's very young. He's probably early 20s. And then Ko-Ping Chung, who is the other Ko, beat Yap 11-0.
Mm-hmm.
Ko-Ping Chung's been playing great. I've known that kid since he was like 16. I thought he had more talent than his brother, and his brother's you know, world champion. His brother's a great player. And I just was wondering how long it was going to take before he really broke out. And this year's kind of been a breakout year for him. That's going to be one hell of a final because, I mean, Borst is one of the very best, and Koping Chung is playing, I think, as good as anybody. So
is that going to be? That'll be. What time is that US time? The final.
It's 4:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Right, so that's 9:30 our time. Oh, Mark's just reminded me. I was having a rant last night in Friday Night 9-Ball. Well, a rant for a couple of reasons. First of all, you definitely need to look at the 9-ball rack and how it's breaking. Sometimes it's breaking excellent, the balls go all over the place. Sometimes when the guys are breaking from a certain spot, that pattern with the 3 balls is left in the middle of the rack. All the balls go elsewhere, but there's a pattern of 3 balls. They either finish to the left or the right. No matter how they finish to the left or the right, the pattern's the same. The guys will tell you that. And so there's, and in real life, you never see that happening in real pool, where there's a pattern of 3 balls in a similar position 3 or 4 times on the night when people are breaking, and that happened last night, as it does happen in 9-ball. And the other question is, this is about the refresh page, the refresh setting on the bracket page. That drop down that has 30 seconds and a minute and whatever, can't you get rid of that and just default it to 30 so that you don't have to do anything to choose refresh rate, or is there a specific reason why it's there? Cue ball.
Well, I mean, it costs server time to do that, so we don't leave it turned up unless, you know, somebody really wants to turn it up the refresh rate they can.
Right. So that's the reason it's there. So getting rid of it and just leaving it at a default 30 would make a major difference. It's just annoying having to go in, and when you come out of that page and go back into it, you have to put it back to 30 again. You've always got to remember to do it. Anyway,
it doesn't have to be on 30. I mean,
well, I like it on 30.
I understand that.
So, but what I'm saying is take it out altogether and just default it to 30, where we don't see it. You know what I mean? Something that we don't get involved with. That's what I'm talking about.
As far as the rack goes, I disagree 100%. You never see that in real life.
Now, well, that's a pattern. Well,
yeah, you never see that with a good rack in real life. And if you're watching like Euro Tour and they're using a template rack, of course you never see it, because with a template rack, the rack's always better than that, unless the balls are worn or something.
Well, put it this way, I never saw it in VP4 before you started tweaking the rack, and the guys will confirm that as well.
Well, I can tweak the rack around some more. I mean, that's easy to do.
Well, Semipro, his visit gathered him just 15 points. So Chicu, and this is the thing I've been going on and on and on and on and on about all the way through this tournament. Here's Chicu, the underdog. He's in early, unexpectedly. What can he dish up here? You know, if he's going to dish up something, he wants to put a 50 odd on the board straight off the bat here with this opportunity and stick it to Semipro and ask the question of him. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, well, I mean, 50 would be a very good run for Chicu. I mean, he could do it, but it's not something he's going to pop off too much.
What's his high run for the tournament? Let me have a look. Hang on. Let's see where he is here. Am I on the right page here? No, I'm not. Hang on a minute to get this thing.
I'll do it. Back to the thing. I'll get it. It won't take me as long as you.
Right, that's better. Maybe I was on it.
40.
His high run's 40. Right, well that's not good enough to win this tournament. He's got to put something better than that together.
It's not good enough to beat Semipro.
Well, this is the thing. This is the point I'm making, that these guys that are in the tournament have all got a good chance to win this by putting 40s and 50s together. Oh, well, spoke too soon, Steve. There it goes.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh dear.
Semipro is going to win this match. The question is he going to play halfway decent? So far, he's only played one good match
Yeah.
this whole tournament, and disappointingly, he's made a lot of decision errors. You know, the execution errors, I think, are less of a sin because everybody's going to make some execution errors. They're going to lose focus. Something's going to happen. But the decision errors, the pattern errors, how you hit the break shot errors, those are things that, you know, you just, for a player his level, he shouldn't be making as many as he's making.
That's a good shot. I mean, that's disappointing from Chicu just to put, what did he put in the board? 6? That's just no good, I'm afraid.
Obviously, he can do better than that. We've seen him do better than that. And that was hit reasonably. Maybe a little bit more top than he wanted, but I think, you know, he doesn't usually put top on. I think thought he needed it to get to the ball, and he probably did.
I think he's reluctant to play the 14 up the table. I think he's looking at the cut here. He could have played the combo with the 9 and the 7.
Yeah, I mean, this is okay. I would have hit that maybe a little harder just because trying not to get stuck. But, you know, the rack, when it breaks like this, it's not really bad when you have all the balls spread, but they're not real far apart. But this is where, you know, straight pool, this is where all the drills and all the practice.
Yeah.
This is this is a typical straight pool table you get a lot in real life. And
yeah, and it's, and I mean, you're doing nothing with the cue ball. You know, it's just little dinks.
Yep.
You know, a little bump off a rail or something into a spot. You know, you shouldn't really be running into balls for the most part.
I'm not sure what he was doing there. Maybe he's just playing to play the 8 up. Now, in real life, you won't play too many balls up table. In VP, it's not so bad because it's, you know, you're not going to miss those shots.
And he's got a good selection of break balls as well. He just has to commit to whatever one he's going to go for. He's even got the 4 at the back of the pack if he was desperate.
And I can explain to you why in real life you miss more balls up table. And it's not just you know, you can't aim as good, you don't pop balls as good. It's probably less that and more Q-tip control, because when you're fairly close to the object ball and you're shooting up table, if you don't hit the cue ball right, like if you get English you're not planning on, or because it turns the ball.
Exactly. Yeah, you turn it over.
And when it turns the ball, it can turn it right out of the pocket, because it's, you know, even though it's only turning a little, the object ball is traveling, you know, 6-7 feet. So in real life, you'll see players miss those shots once in a while, whereas on VP, it's almost never going to happen because you're not going to have that problem with the Q-tip.
Well, he's okay with that 13 ball. Now, I presume it's the 5 ball.
Yeah, he's going to go 10, 12, 1, and
yeah, he's coming down.
What's he doing?
He's coming down table again with this ball.
That was terrible, because he needs to back this up a little. I don't understand why he didn't just stun that. Maybe he felt like he couldn't get straight enough. That's perfect. So
now,
just roll this.
Yeah, just think it through far enough.
This one's kind of in between. I'd probably back this one up. It's in between going forward. You got to look. If you're going to really catch the 13 ball full, you can go forward. If you're catching a piece of the 3, forward might not be as good. I mean, forward's probably okay here, but I wouldn't go forward on this one. And he's not going to either, which is kind of what I expect from him. He doesn't like that shot. Rack came apart good. I mean, this is just dink, 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 and work through them. There's not really a whole lot of problems. So you just got to solve the puzzle here.
Well, this 4-ball and 2, but not the 4-ball, the 6-ball and 2-ball. The 6-ball is, I mean, it's tight to say that you could get that to go.
No, it's a little too risky. You're probably going to end up bumping that. But you know, you've got to get the blocking balls out of the way. So obviously the 12 ball is something that's got to get out of the way. You've got 8 and 14 that can both be used for opening up those other balls. One of them you got to save for a break ball. The 13 you can use potentially. I mean, this isn't a hard table. You just got to kind of work through it.
Well, he definitely has to get rid of that. What ball's that? He needs to get rid of the 12 because that's
the 12.
That's a major problem.
He could shoot the 12 now and get into the 6 ball. There's a little bit of risk there because the cue ball can roll up into the back of those other balls.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a kind of shot that I've shot a lot because it's sitting good on it.
He's going the other way.
Oh, and that was a way better decision than shooting a 12 because I've shot that 12 ball a lot in real life and then
there's a possible risk of scratching off the back of those 2 balls depending on how heavy you hit that.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that too much, you know, because you can control where it goes into it. What you can't control is the cue ball coming up into these other balls and how it ends up. When you have a table with that many balls out there, there's no rush that you have to like move them right away. I mean, you don't want to leave them forever, but you don't want to be too anxious about moving them when you have a lot of opportunity to do it.
Yep. Well, he's again sitting pretty well for a break ball. 14 balls sitting there. The 12's now been taken care of.
And that was a good choice because you needed to get that out of there.
Now, you could actually get rid of that 7 ball just down in this corner here and still hold for the 2 if he's going to play the 2 next.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
And then he could, if he plays the 2, he can go over and get rid of the 13.
I probably would shoot the 2 and then the 6 and come back behind it for the 13. He's going to go the other way, and I don't like going this way quite as much, but and I guess he doesn't either now because he's not going to shoot that. I would have got an angle and come back for the 13 because you have the 9 out there too, but this is going to work.
Now it could
You'll probably leave the 14.
Yeah, and it could be the 15 to get to the 14 the way it's going here. He might be leaving 15.
Could be the 15 or you can use the 9 if you leave the 7. If you leave the 7, it's easy to get to the 9. You just, you would shoot the 15 and come down for the 7. He looks like he's gonna go ahead and shoot the 9 ball now. What's he doing? No, he's not gonna. He play the 14 or the 1 in the side if he wants. He could shoot the 7 up table. He's got all kinds of choices.
Well, he's got to get good on the 1 in the side so that he's not going into the 14.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot the 7 up table.
Well, he's wrong in the 1 ball straight away here. It is the 1 ball. He can't shoot it now.
I think he's going to go 7, 9, 1 and then use the 15 because it's easy to get on the 9 in the corner pocket just by rolling the 7. I mean, he could shoot it in the side too. I would play it in the corner. I think that's what he was trying to do. So shoot the 9, shoot the 1, shoot the 15.
Yeah, these could all have been Chicu's. Oh, well, at least he's not going to interfere with the 14, but he's dead straight in this 1 ball.
Yeah, he's playing a little better rhythm today. He's spending a little more time than I'd like to see him spend to shoot.
Yeah, he's got himself in a fix here.
Yeah, I didn't really want to be straight. But this is fine. This is a nice angle. It's very natural. He's probably going to end up with a pretty steep angle on the 14. At best,
is he
it
going to
would be
check this
straight.
up? Or is he going to
No,
round the corner now?
he's going around the corner. This is a natural shot. You just go around the corner just
That
like
looks
that.
a good pace. That'll do
He was
very
a little
nicely.
more aggressive with that than I would be, but he got really good on it.
So
This is just a stun shot. You stun this into the 6 ball. You want to hit the 6 ball square with stun.
well, a couple of bonus balls as well, and he's going to have to cut that one, I think.
Yeah, he's fine. He's going to cut this run into the rock. You don't. I'd cut the one. You don't want to make a mistake of hitting that too easy. You got to put some speed on that because you need the balls to come apart and get the cue ball free.
He's handy that he can get this 4 ball clean. He's not interfered with the 6 ball. He can get
he's decided to shoot that. So there's a good opportunity here to use the 13 and come up into the 12-3. With that 5 ball sitting there, it's a safe shot. I believe that's what he's going to do.
Looks like
so you really would like to catch a piece of the 3 if you're going to shoot this.
I think he's hanging off. He'd probably still do that. He's just getting ready another one up table.
You don't have to hit this super hard, especially the angle he's got. Yeah, now he did not hit the right ball, and that's sort of why things suck, because he needed to at least hit the 12. I would like to hit the 12 on the far side so it gets a piece of the 3 too.
Let's look at the other side here. There's nothing
He's going to have to shoot the 2, I think.
He's definitely needing another nudge.
Yeah, so, you know, he shot that shot and he didn't solve his problem because he hit the wrong balls. So I would like to shoot the 13 when the first angle on it, and the reason why is because that thinner cut is a little bit more likely to miss when you have to put inside English on it, which is what he needed in a 312. But when you're a little straighter, that shot's easier. But I don't think he was. I don't think he thought through how he wanted to hit into the balls.
I didn't think it was on that he was going to catch those 3 balls there at the angle he had. I think he checked it up a bit to try and get it to catch them, but he didn't get any joy, so now he's running out of options and opportunities.
Well, he can do it right now off the 11 ball. He's got the angle.
Well, he's going to have to hit this a bit, though. Is he going to go to the rail and come into him or stun across?
Stun across, just like that. Unfortunately, he got a 6 ball, too. So, if you can get a shot on the 12 with a little angle, you can bump the 10 out. And we'll see if he tries to get there. You could use the 3 as a break ball. It's not a great one, but it's doable if you can get the cue ball in the right spot.
Well, this is not great either. Well, he's going to have to go 2 rails here. What do you think? 2 rails if he's going to play your shot?
Yeah, definitely. And if he doesn't get on it right, that's fine. He's still got the 3 ball. Uh-oh, he looks like he might be trying to bump him here, which I think is a mistake. Yeah, see, he's trying to bump it there, which he's not going to get a break ball bumping it from that angle. Now he's got problems.
I thought if he'd used a bit of weight and went the 2 rails, he'd have had a maybe better chance of catching them.
Yeah, he's got problems now. He's going to have to use the 3 ball. Yeah, and he needs to get this thing back on the rail. I mean, That's what I'd be wanting to do. I draw this. He's going to try to go forward, and then he's going to get above it, which I don't like as much. I don't like that. The problem with this is you can't get much speed. You definitely want to come back and hit at least the 10 ball here, maybe even the corner ball, because you need the cue ball to slide off of it. See, he didn't do that.
I think he's okay though.
He got lucky.
Okay. Yeah.
He basically got lucky. I mean, he creamed that, and he's lucky he has a shot. You got to bring that back so that it slides off the balls and goes to the long rail, because you're just asking. You're asking to have nothing doing that.
And I think he's a bit straight in that 15. If he had a better angle on it, he could have smashed these open.
Well,
he's actually done well there. I didn't think he'd much of an angle, but he managed to make the most of what he had. That's perfect.
That was a pretty safe shot with where the 11 was sitting.
2 break balls sitting there. This is good. And this is bad if you're Chicu, because you're already a mile behind. And I think a lot of the guys watching will probably be thinking, well, the match is over regardless how this ends this visit. Because at Chicu, with only getting 6 on the board, it wasn't a good sign right from the start. Both players' early visits ended in scratches. Semipro is sitting very nicely here at the moment to go for the high run and regain the high run for the tournament.
Yeah, and this is where he's at his best with tables like this, because he plays pretty good patterns when the balls are spread out. He doesn't do a lot of silliness. You know, stun shot, little bit of stun draw. You're not going to see him do wild things with the cue ball too much, which is one of the reasons why he gets high runs. A lot of stop shots, a lot of stun shots, a lot of naturally rolling shots where he just lets the cue ball roll.
Well, this is all simple and straightforward. It's just getting that image in your head of where exactly you're going to get to that 14.
Yeah. He plays off stun more than most pool players of America would, but you know, he's good at it. He plays patterns that, you know, work well with stun. See there, that's just a little stun run. He got a little funny, but he's okay.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I'd probably go 8, 13, 6 to the 14, because and he's going to do that. I don't like leaving that 13 as the last ball, because if you get funny on it, then it's hard to get on the 14. I would always shoot the 13 here and then shoot the 6.
He's pretty much guaranteed to have some sort of decent break shot. It just depends on the distance he's going to leave. I mean, you can certainly come back a little bit. No, he's holding it. How's the angle?
Now, one thing I got to say is Semipro plays different than most players on VP, because most players don't play off a stun the way he does, and it's from the fact that he was, you know, a black ball player, and he probably plays snooker too, and they just play off a stun a lot in those games, and he learned how to do it, and that's the way he thinks pattern-wise.
Well, the 12 ball at the corner of the pack could be the break ball. And he's got a little issue to deal with here, but the 4 ball's very handy. I don't know, can he get a chip in this off the 4 ball right now? I don't think so.
You can. Yeah,
you spin it with a bit of left.
Yeah, you got to spin a low. And it wouldn't be a terrible thing to do, mainly because of where the 2 ball is, because that's going to come off the 5. Could run into 15 or 11. If it goes high of them, you got the 10 and 13. If it runs into them, you got the 2.
Yeah, he's got the little hit.
And he turned it really hard. I had assumed he'd hit on the high side of the 5 and the ball would come out, but he turned it directly into it.
Well, they're on 61 so far. With a lot more to come by the look of it.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps getting tables of the ball spread, and he's going to keep running balls. I think, you know, where he gets in trouble is when things are maybe not quite sitting as good, and then we've seen him make some bad choices. And these kind of tables, he doesn't do too many silly things when he gets a table like this. I think he'll shoot to 11, maybe not. It's a little funny angle. He can shoot the 1 and then shoot the 7 ball and then the 5 ball.
Yeah, there's no problem with these two. They're well apart. You can get to either of them, no problem. Everything's,
I didn't like that
good.
shot because he couldn't slide over for the 8. That's what I was saying is a funny angle. He should shoot the 1 and come across for the 10 ball. You don't want to run into balls there. Yep, that's the right shot. And he may end up shooting the 13 here just because it's simple to roll through and get to the 7 and 5. And he looks like he's going to shoot the 10. He must be coming back for the 8 ball. And see, that's a problem because now he's in a situation where he can't shoot the 8 without bumping the 12. I think he should have. Yeah, he actually improved the 12 a little.
Yeah. Now, is he going to leave that 9 ball to get to the 12? You think? Looks like it.
I would. But he just got in the wrong spot on the 15 because I'm sure he would have rather gone right to the 5-7. But he's okay. And I would always look at going 7 and then 5 in this situation. I mean, you may have to change that depending on where you get, but yeah, this is fine. This is not. That was so easy not to get straight on. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he's worried about getting too much angle. You don't want to be straight on this. Man, I would have just drawn that straight back and left myself an angle.
I think he's pretty straight in this real-wise. Very straight in the 5.
Well, this is where VP comes in handy. In real life, your knees will be knocking on this shot. Okay, here we go. So this is hitting into the 6 ball. I would go forward with this because of where it's hitting the 6. I would go forward and maybe even a little right English to make sure you can't scratch down at backup table in the corner. Because it's going to come off 6 and go to the end rail. Little right English will help hold it to the center. You know, that was okay, except he didn't put enough top on it. He put a little top on it. You've got to put top on it and force it to the end rail and out. And the reason why he's stuck on the end rail is because he put just a little bit of top, you got to put more top. Top's a little bit different when you're hitting a rack than draw. In draw, sometimes it's a stun, sometimes it's a little draw. Once in a while, it's a bunch of draw. But in top, whenever you're driving into the rack, it's almost always a lot of top. Now, when you're hitting the top of the rack with the cue ball and you could loop around and go in the pocket, that's the one time for sure you probably want to be very moderate position. But the shot he just had there, you wanted to drive that ball with more top.
Well, this 7 and 3 need to be taken care of. 7 more than anything else where it's sitting, it's a bit awkward.
Yeah, that's a simple problem because all you have to do is shoot the 3 and then the 7 goes in the other pocket. And that's the kind of thing you look for. It's just a little puzzle. Okay, well, the 7-ball's a problem. How do I get a shot in the 7-ball? Well, you shoot the 3-ball.
Yeah, these are the type of things you should be well ahead of when you're at the table, in amongst the balls, and you've got that problem. You really need to have that focus in your mind when you're shooting, so that you can get there. I mean, you can get there now. You can get there now, can't you?
Yeah, it's a little funny to get there now because of the 1-balls in the way.
Yeah,
I'm not
leave a
sure
more
what he's
awkward
gonna
cut,
do
wouldn't he? Yeah, you're right enough.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it, but I wouldn't. He tried to squeeze through the gap, which, see,
Well,
that's
he's lucky.
he got there, but
He is
yeah,
lucky.
I just don't like taking that kind of risk where you could, be locked up there.
Yeah.
It was just too tight. The key to playing this game is don't take risks with the cue ball. Do things with the cue ball that aren't gonna cause you grief. And Semipro takes less risks than most players do. But for the level he's at, he shouldn't shoot a shot like that. Cobra's probably one of the guys that takes maybe the least risks with a cue ball. He's real good about not doing things that are going to get himself in trouble. And that's one of the reasons why he's been pretty good at this game, because he understands that. I mean, he plays 9-ball like that too.
Well, the assumption is it's going to be the 4-ball. 7-balls. Well, 7-ball would be okay if you were playing it into the side, the left side where the 13 is.
Yeah, and you could use the 7 if you use the 4 to get on it. But the thing about that is that you've got, because the 4-ball is pretty close to the 7, you got to get like dead nut straight on the 4-ball, or it starts getting a little tricky. You could be a little more to the center of the table because it's pretty easy to go to the long rail and pop off a little. So you don't have to be straight. You can't afford to have any angle the other way.
Well, here's to variety, Steve. He could go with the 4-ball and go on to the 7 just for a bit of variety.
Yeah, I mean, I would still probably play for the 4-ball here, but honestly, with how these are sitting, it's probably easier to get on the 7. Like, I don't particularly like having to shoot the 6 and come across the table to the 4. I don't like that shot. I think he's got a reasonable angle. So with this angle, you're going to come across to the other rail and
2
out.
rails, yeah.
Yeah, and you got to be a little careful here with the
speed. He's not done it. He's leaving it.
Well, he was careful with the speed, because the one thing you don't want to do is pop that out too far. This isn't bad. Now, this is one that I would go forward on. I don't know that he will, but I would go forward on this. I don't think this angle's terrible to not go forward. You can try to stun it into 1-ball. I think that's fine too. He decided to go forward. Now, see what the cue ball did? How it curved around after it hit the 1? How it curved to the rail? So that's what happens when you go forward. That's why it doesn't go in. It curves, and that's why it's not. Now, the one time it can is if it catches another ball coming out of the rack, and you kind of got to learn which shots it that could happen on. He still didn't put as much top on it as I would have.
Well, there's the problem at the moment. Those two.
But Semipro's obviously been listening to the streams, because he would have never put top on that a match or two ago. So he's obviously trying to get better, and that's one of the reasons why he's gonna win tournaments like this, because he's trying to get better and do the right thing. Is it going to matter against Chicu? No. He could have done the same old thing and it wouldn't matter. But it's going to matter, when he's playing one of the guys that's a true contender to win this.
Well, Semi is 42 away. And it could all be done on this visit.
And I believe that'll be a high run if he gets it, isn't it?
Well, his high run's 108. The high run for the tournament's 110, which
Yeah,
of
so
course is Cobra.
yeah, so he could get the high run if he runs out here, and I mean, he's got a reasonable chance. He's playing well. He's playing good patterns. Um, he's playing a style that he's good at.
This one ball's well, the 15 ball's a problem because of where the 1 is, and the 1's a problem because of where the 3 is. You've got to get to that 1 ball.
Yeah, well, I'd be looking at this going, 3 ball's a nice break ball. It's a little bit low, but it's okay. And the reason I like the 3 is because you got the 12 sitting there.
Well, he can get rid of the 1 now once he plays the 2 if he's doing that.
Yeah. Now most guys playing in this tournament with this setup would use the 9. They might try to play the 3 in the corner, which that's fine too. I mean, it's the way it's sitting, you can get to the top ball. Not too many guys are going to look at the side pocket break shot.
Well, he's inside the 9 ball, so he's got a good angle to come out of there. Well, Chicu's visit of 6 has cost him 96. That's how painful it is for Chicu.
Yeah, well, it's tough to play somebody that's a lot better than you, and Chico sort of got the. I'm not sure why he's upset at this. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, Cobra hasn't been in tonight, so he's obviously out in the town. He's not here to witness the more than likely new high run for the tournament. Commentator's curse.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be what it'll be. You can't start thinking about your run when you're playing. Straight pull's one of those games you get in a rhythm and you just play. And let's see if he's going to go for the side pocket break shot. He's sitting perfect to just roll out and then shoot the 12.
Yeah.
And that's what he's going to do. Don't do that. Okay, he's okay. So you can just roll this, get a little less angle, make it a little bit easier. I would have liked a little more angle than that. So you got your choice about this. You could go top with right, or you could stun into it. I would probably stun this myself. I think that's a better shot.
Well, he's got a bailout ball, and that those 2 balls at the back there, they're a combo that could be made.
That was a pretty well played shot. It just it didn't come apart great. It might have come apart better if he gone forward. I don't know, but I thought he played it well.
That 9 ball,
we saw somebody play position for a side pocket break shot there.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted, a bit of variety.
Yeah.
We've seen one.
And the key on that, again, is you got to have a ball that makes it real easy, because that shot is pretty touchy angle-wise. But if you've got the ball sitting there, it's...
that's something, you would spot straight away. If there's that ball down the side rail and the ball sitting at the head of the pack there for the side pocket, you'd spot that early on. Then the thing is, you've got to, first of all, commit to that as an option, and then get ready to go to plan B if something goes a bit pear-shaped.
Yeah, boy, I didn't like that shot. That was a risky shot. He could have come off those balls and scratched or locked up on a ball. See, that's the kind of shot that you don't want to take in straight pull, what he just did there. I mean, I know he had to get those balls apart, but...
He didn't really need to. He could have cut that 9 and still made the 7, no problem. It was far enough away from the 7, he didn't have to bump them.
Well, if he was going to shoot the combo, he got terrible on it. He may still shoot it, which I don't recommend. I would shoot the 6 ball here and come back for the 12 or something, because
Now let's have a look at these. Well, that 11 and 14, I think, can be made. You know, if he's looked at that, you can make that if you can get down here. But there's nothing handy there to get down this side, is there? Not really. So he might be going for the. He might. Well, I don't think he's going to be going for a hit off this, but he's. He does have a combo there, but you'd have to end up over here to play it. That's, and the problem is there's no way of getting there, really.
Yeah, it's just, you have to get on that good or it's not worth shooting it. I wouldn't even worry about the 9-7 combo because you can shoot the 9 ball. I'd probably stun this and try to stun into the 15. He's going to roll it and get terrible again. I'm just not sure what I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to get on the combo.
He's struggling. That's what he's doing because he knows that this setup here is no good the way it is at the moment, and he's running out of balls.
Yeah, but the problem is he's shooting the wrong shot.
And he's actually in 106.
That's the second time he's tried to get on the combo and not gotten on it. Now he's going to be able to run into the 7 ball. You just got to make sure you. This is hard to mess up. You should have a shot on the 9 ball almost no matter what.
Well, he's 3 balls away from tying the high run, and the other ball that he needs to get the high run is stuck in amongst those 4.
Well, see, if he would have shot the 12 and then got to the 13, he could have got that out of the way and then used the 1 to break him. But instead, he tried to get on the combo again, and see, that's what you couldn't do. I said you had to hit the 7 ball. You didn't want to hit the 9 ball.
Now, hang on a minute. What? I don't think the problem is he can't get to that 11 with the 5. Or can he? I think he can. I think he can. I think the 11's dead into the corner.
Well, I don't know about that.
Let's have a look. We need to get once he's done. He hasn't called anything yet, but I need to get down to another look at that.
It didn't look dead when I looked at it.
What the hell's he doing here? He's calling the 7. What's he doing?
He's going to bank it. Well, yeah, he's going to kick at it. Well, that's not a terrible shot to kick at. I think at this point, normally you'd play safe, but I think he wants to try to get the high run. So
that 11 goes. I'm telling you, that 11 goes, and that 9 and 5 are right on the 11.
In the side pocket?
No, in the corner up table where my camera's looking.
There's no way it's going in the corner. It's not going to be close. It'll throw a little, but it's not going in the corner.
I would have played it to find out. Well, this is tough.
You know, I've done that a lot when I've been practicing straight pulls, is shoot shots to see if they do what I think they're going to do.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly why I would have played this, because I'm convinced that goes. The commentator's eyes kicking in here, Steve. No, he's still calling it. He's going the other way.
The good thing about this kick shot is if it doesn't go in, he might get safe, because the cue ball is going to go to the stack if he hits off the. He should be hitting off the end rail here. Yeah, he hit it the right way. It didn't end up on the stack. It could have, but it didn't. And
well, let's see what. See that 11 ball was going to this pocket.
Yeah, that ball is not going in.
I'm convinced it is. Well, we're never going to find out because nobody's going to be playing it. I don't need to
find out because I already know. No, it's not going.
Larry says no way. No, the 4 isn't in the way. I thought it was in the way. See if you look. Hang on before he starts moving things. Look at the line.
The cut angle's like at the 2 diamonds up from the corner pocket.
You think
It'll throw a little in it. Yeah, there's no way that's going.
What was Semi-Pro's run there? 107, 108?
108, yeah.
Yeah, so he's tied his high score.
So he's going to give Chicu a chance to play a little, which is nice of him. Yeah, he just got fixated on trying to get on that combo, which really wasn't the thing to do.
Well, unfortunately, Steve, that was Chicu playing a little. He played a shot, and now Semi-Pro's back.
Oh, he's done already?
He's done already. Boy. You blinked there, Steve, or...
It was a 1-ball run?
Yep.
Oh, man. What happened? Did he shoot your shot?
No, he didn't. I don't know what the hell he was shooting. I was busy looking at that, convincing myself that 11 went down to... I would have played that. If that was me there, I would have played it. rather than the kick. And just because I would have to find it, the curiosity would have got the better of me, would have had to shoot it.
I'll tell you what, I've played a lot of those kind of shots where, you know, I swore I couldn't miss the thing, and I did.
Yeah, of course, you have to find out sooner. You know, it's better doing it in practice than doing it in a match. It then enlightens you a bit more as to the stupidity of actually seeing something like that and then going for it in a match and then losing because of it.
Well, get on that 9 perfects.
This has been a total blitz.
This one you want to draw with English. You got to get some angle so it goes to the side rail. Like that. Yeah.
Watch the cue ball. Bye-bye.
Well, the reason why that happened is because the cue ball popped. Well, you know, it's hitting down on the cue ball a lot, and it popped up in the air.
Well, this is going to be the sensational victory of the tournament, isn't it? You have to live in hope, just for the sake of Chicu. I mean, he's got to get something on the board. He can't be losing to single figures.
Yeah, I think what Semipro needed to do there is get his butt as low as he could over the balls and then not hit it quite so hard. Because they were going to separate and the cue ball was going to move away.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that the stats don't show how many 3-figure runs you've got, so nothing's going to change in the high run stats. It's just going to still show 108. It doesn't show ×2 that he's done 208 high runs.
No. Speaking of those little pop shots like that, I've played shots where there was like, you know, about a quarter ball I had to hop the object ball over and play a shot where jack up, hit the cue ball, fly the cue ball into object ball, hop the object ball over part of another ball, and the cue ball lands in the middle of the rack and spreads everything.
Well,
it's a pretty cool shot.
Chicu's all for short and sweet visits. He managed to get 3 there.
Already?
Yeah, at least he got to double figures. We'll give him that.
Well, he's probably in shell shock playing somebody like Semipro that's going to run 108. He's like, what happened? So he's going to probably break up the 15-8 there.
Uh-oh. He's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he needed to do that. There's definitely some risks, but he needed to do that.
I thought he'd set a combo there. Now, does that 13-15 go? Can he get clean to that 13 onto the 15? I think he can.
It's a little tricky. The 5-ball, using the 5-ball, I would never do that.
There we go.
There's the first time he's really done something stupid with the cue ball.
Yeah,
pumping it up.
Now that tells me he never looked at that combo for a start.
Well, he could have drawn back and shot the 5 in the side and spread some balls. He could have come back above it and shot that combo that you're talking about. He had options.
Yeah.
Instead, now that's the shot. That's the kind of shot we've seen like a bunch of guys play, you know, crazy shot.
Yeah, I don't think he had a full assessment of the situation here before he started committing to doing things. I mean, if he just did what we said and got onto that combo, he'd have been pretty good.
Yeah, every time you start really pumping the cue ball up with spin, you better think twice about it. I mean, once in a while, it's the thing to do, or you have to do it. But in general, in straight pull, that's not what you want to do. Yeah, Chico's a little funny here on this. He hits this too thick, he's going to scratch. Oh,
he's okay. He's okay.
Wow.
Well, we'll give him a target. Next target, of course, is 20, but he's got to get a breakout to do that. And there's not enough balls on the table. Is there enough balls on the table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, there is. There's enough balls here to get to 120. Sorry, to get to 20. And he's going to go too high.
Yeah.
And not high enough, I don't think, is he? Well, he might be able to.
Right.
He could take the 5 if he's brave enough.
Well, I'm not sure that goes. Sure he can get it by the 1. Got away with it. He's got a shot.
Well,
Fortunately, he's still got a mess, too. This is getting harder all the time.
now he's got. I think he's got to cut this down table into the corner and bring the cue ball across, is he?
Yeah, the 8-ball goes. This is a natural shot. You just got to use a little bit of English to get the cue ball to the other side of the side pocket.
Now, is he trying to dink this into the side and still come across, is he?
You could do that. You could do that. You'd have to hit it harder, though.
You get there. I think he's okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Right, and he can get clean onto that 8. Just a nice gap there to get on it.
Well, the problem is coming up with a break shot. He may try to shove the 1 down here.
Yeah, if you pinch,
shove the 1 down.
Yeah, if you pinch, he's shoved it into the pack more. So,
I try to shove the 1 ball over towards the corner pocket and leave the cue ball in the pack. Nope. Might be time to play safe. We're getting crazy.
Yeah, I think he's deciding he's going for the spectacular here.
Now this is crazy.
Oh, good effort.
What good does it do him? All he's doing is playing safe on himself. Did he call a safety?
I thought he called the 1 into the corner there.
I thought he did too. That's Semipro is going to call safe. And this is really what you want to do here. Put the top ball in the rack, call safe, stick him in the middle of the rail. Just like that. And that was well done there. So now, if you're the guy that's got to shoot this, now the shot to shoot here is you just try to 2 rail and skim the rack. That's the shot you play there. Hell, that actually worked. That's a hard shot to play, but that worked. Yeah, he's gonna thin the 1 and just come right back across the table here. Yep, that's a good shot, except he got too low. He wanted to be a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, left a possible combo.
This is what we call throwing corn out there.
Yeah.
Because it's a combo, but it's not that appealing a one with it's got about maybe 2/3 of the pocket.
Yeah, he's going to take it anyway, so I mean, well, I presume he is.
Yeah, maybe not. Looks like he's going to. I mean, at this point, why not?
Well, he's 1 away from 20. And there we go.
I'll hit it hard and make sure that that's going to be spectacular when you miss it.
Well, at least he's left the ball on, so. What's Semipro on? He's 19 away.
Yeah, you would think he could get there here. Well, Semi-Pro's played a little better match. He's got to clean a few things up, but he's definitely been paying attention because he's done a lot more things right this time as far as break shots, and has reduced the number of bad shots.
Well, unfortunately for the neutrals amongst us, what he hasn't had is he hasn't had pressure put on him. Chicu's not come back with anything when he had the chance early on there. It only ended up on 6. What you want to see is you want to see players like Semipro being challenged, and
well, if you play the way he was been playing for the most of this match, where you're spreading out the balls and then playing good patterns, it's pretty easy to play that under pressure.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah.
Yeah, when you start doing the wrong thing and you start getting, funky shots, then that's where playing under pressure starts to become difficult. If you make everything simple and pressure, it really isn't a big issue.
Now, this match is an hour old.
Oh,
This
I
is
don't like
probably
shooting this.
the quickest race to 150 we've had.
I wouldn't shoot this 8-ball now. Well, he hit it good. Got to give him credit. Split it up nice, and that was really under control. So I take that back. I may not have shot it, but that was a good shot.
Now, is he going to cut down to this 2-ball right now, or is he going to leave it to get on the 6?
Oh no, I'd shoot the 14 and 10, get those out of there, and the 7 is a ball you're gonna have to get to pretty quick. I don't know why he's shooting this. I would shoot the 14 and a 10. I would not be shooting this.
Yeah, I was thinking he might just be coming down for this to take care of it. And then, of course,
Yeah,
he's got a free choice to go on that 7, no problem.
Yeah, but why? All right, well, he's going to get 1 ball off the rail here. And from here, you should just stop it and then shoot the 10 and go up for the 7.
You don't want to run into the 7.
No, you can run into the 1. You don't want to go between the 7 and 1 and end up with no shot either.
No, he's not doing it.
He's just not going to do it, which might not be that bad a decision given that some bad things could happen.
He needs 1 more rack after this. He's on 141.
Yeah, well, he can roll forward on this 14 and then shoot the 1 in the side and then shoot the 7. He's going to have a little bit of more of a challenge. Oh, he was able to shoot the 1 there. Good. So there goes the 7. He'll probably go 7, 6, 14. It'll just be a stop shot here. Yep. And this, you got to decide whether you're going forward or back. I kind of like forward, but I think it's a safer shot.
Oh, by the way, the guys that are watching, if they bump into any of these 3-cushion players, just in case they don't read what's in the lobby, you want to remind them that the 3-cushion tournament's up for sign-ups. I think there's still only 4 in it, or 5 in it.
Yeah, get that crazy Turkish guy. What's his name? Skybender. Get that guy in it. That'll be no end of amusement there if we get him on the stream. That guy is, he's nuts.
Yeah, I can confirm that he's nuts, yeah. Typed a whole load of bullshit in the lobby the other day with...
he does that all the time.
Inflammatory lang. I reported him, by the way. I grassed him up. I sent a report.
Oh, yeah. he's been muted and kicked. And
what's the cue ball? I think he's okay. Well, he's not okay as far as a pot goes. You're going to have to cut that 10 or whatever the hell it is. Is it the 10 next to the 8 or the 12? Yeah. He's going to have to play that because he's got nothing else.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
And he's now created another problem. Not that he's going to need those, though. This is for the match, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, that's it. Well, it's been a comfortable performance for Semipro. The only disappointing thing is he didn't get the high run. So, well done to Semipro. Another 108 for the tournament. And a very, very convincing victory. A lot more than I thought it would be. 150 to 19. Nobody predicted that. I think we knew he was favourite, but not as strong as that. So now...
I did. I said that Chicu shouldn't get any more than 30.
Oh, you did. You were right. I'll take that back, Steve. Yes, I can confirm you did say that. You were lucky that it turned out like that, though.
That's me. I'm lucky.
Right, Semi-Pro's through, and he's got to wait now. Semi-Pro can go on vacation and come back, and he'll still not have a match because he's waiting on the winner of... no, tell a lie, he's not. He's waiting on... That's tomorrow night, isn't it? Cobra Fast Eddie.
Yeah, and then on the 3rd, we've got Acero playing Matt, and the loser of that's going to play the Cobra or Fast Eddie, so it'll go pretty fast.
So Cobra Fast Eddie is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. British Summer Time, which is going to come to an end this month. We'll be back to GMT, and then MC Clarkey against Acero 5 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon, because I'll have finished my work on Tuesday morning, and that's me off for the next 2 days after that, so that's fine. I'll be there for both of those. Quick look at the sign-ups for the other two tournaments. If we look at the Black Ball tournament, we have, how many we got in? Well, I think we've got about 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We've got, and Zangetsu's in there. Stubb will be disappointed about that, because Zangetsu scalped Stubb in the last of this Black Ball tournament we had. Zangetsu beat him. We'll get Albinario, Charlie Bravo, Cobra, Linus, Little Wolf, LS3, Popman, Stubb, Semipro and Zangetsu in the Black Ball one. And then on the 3-cushion one,
well, you know Larry's going to sign up for Black Ball.
well, we know Larry's just kidding everybody on. He should get himself straight in, that way he doesn't miss his chance. Not that he will.
Sign up too.
Oh, well, that's a little bit better looking. We've got Acero, we've got Albi, Chicu, Cobra, LS3 and Stubb in the 3-cushion. I might actually sign into that one for a laugh. The 3-cushion one. And just hope that I don't get Albinario first round. But the thing is, Chicu might be the billion.
Look at Chiku's rating.
Yeah,
that's got to be a bad rating.
Well, now that's interesting. Let's look at the stats for a second, because hang on, what the hell am I doing? Let's look at the stats for Chicu in this 3-cushion, because I think he's a ringer in this 3-cushion thing. Where's the stats on this?
I know he's a
Where is he?
Good player, but I think we had the same points problem. I'll have to take a look and see.
Yeah, that guy that beat Cobra the other day, he was 2,800 odd as well. Where's 3-cushion in this? If I can pass it. There it is. Right. Now, that's not what I want to find out. I want to find out the player. Well, anyway, we'll do that. That's no good. There he is. No, that tells me nothing. Why am I doing this wrong? That's what I want to do. I want to do that. 3-cushion billiards, and we'll go to Chicu. I think this might be the guy to fear in this tournament. I think he's and that's not right either, because that's not his name. Chicu. Right, that's Chico. There he is. Let's see what kind of numbers he's got.
Reset some of those. Please tell me Juan was got a high rating so I can reset him.
Well, the one thing to say about Chicu, he's played 2,028 games in 3-cushion. His win percentage is 77. 60,000 shots. Shot percentage 37. Per turn he's 0.5. I can't make head nor tail of that. And his longest run is 10. Now that's bloody good as far as I'm concerned. That's probably not great for a full-time pro in real life, but 10 is good in 3-cushion. Anybody that's had 10 in 3-cushion knows what they're doing. So that's a bit. In fact, let's just compare that with Albinario, because Albinario is a beast when it comes to any game. Let's have a look at Albi's stats. Albi used to play 3-cushion with not with Popman, with who's the guy that hasn't been here for a while? Can't remember his name. Let's have a look. They used to play.
Albin's longest run is 7.
Yeah, well, it's still good. Not Yama. I can't remember his name now. He's been away for a long, long time. He's been away for that length of time. You start to worry that he's never coming back. Right, in fact, now that you mentioned Yama, let's have a look at Yama. See how Yama did in 3 cushion. In fact, where's Yama gone when there's a 3 cushion tournament going on? I would have thought he'd have been up for that.
Yeah, he's
Why can't I find him? IAMA.
I'm looking at him. He's a pretty good 3 cushion player.
Yama Uchitaru. Well, Albanario's actually beaten him for high run. Points per turn, 4. Well, that's less than what Chicu was. And how many matches had he played? Let's have a look. Well, he's played the same amount of matches pretty much as Chicu. Yama. No. Let's look at my stats for 3 cushion. I don't know that I've got any. Let's have a look. My high run will be 2. I think I've played like what? There we go. I'm at 1461. I've scored 25 points and I didn't, and my high run is 2. I did that the other night there.
Oh boy.
Don't look at the other stats. Oh, that's embarrassing. Anyway, that is it, guys. Thanks to Steve for joining us. Well done to Semipro. That was well played. Just unfortunately, you didn't regain the high run. Cobra will be relieved. We thought you were on to run out there. But looking forward to the matches now because it all hots up. There are only 2 other guys that I can think of that can beat Chicu. That German guy, Kerr, they don't play now. He's never been here for a long while. Well, that's right. Just hold off to the final. It's a race to what, 300 in the final. You get the new record for VP4 in the final. Well, you get anything else you want to mention, Steve, or are we heading south? Because I want to watch the rest of the snooker tonight.
Yeah, no. Okay, I wish I might have to pay for this U.S. Open stream. That's coming up in a little over an hour. I'm telling you, that's going to be a great match.
Well, all you need to do is just go to one of the sites. I use bosscat.net. That'll get you to the Sky Sports channels. Then you just find the Sky Sports channel, shut down the pop-ups, make sure you get the pop-up blocker on and watch it on there. You don't need to pay for anything.
Sky Sports has a free stream?
No, they don't. I've got a website that will give you the free stream illegally. You know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That's where I watch all my Sky Sports. I got rid of Sky Sports a long time ago. So if I need to watch any football match or anything like the pool or whatever, it's on there. But I certainly wouldn't be forking out the well, okay, you're going to get a high quality stream doing it, and you've got a few bucks lying around, so why not? Right. And it doesn't start, mind you, I'll be going to bed at that time. It doesn't start till 9:30, which is no good. I'll miss it. I'll see the highlights on YouTube the next day. Right, I'm off, guys. Thanks again. Thanks to Steve. Well done to Semipro. Good luck in your rest of the tournament. And good luck to the other guys to try and scalp each other to get to the final. So take care and good evening.
Good evening.
See you later.